just wanted to show you what kind of potatoes I've got. These are fingerling potatoes that I'm probably going to harvest today. The Yukon Golds are kind of halfway there, and then the red potatoes are still growing. I'm going to let them tell me when to harvest them. And then I've got some russet potatoes on this side. They didn't flower, so I'm not sure if I kind of like missed that or what happened, or they may have gotten some blight. But I'm going to harvest them anyways. I harvested a little test batch there just to see what they look like, and they looked fine. And the next 48 hours is going to be dry, so this is a good time to harvest. So you're going to need some kind of way to lift the potatoes out of the ground. This is, some people call it a potato fork. It's just like a pitchfork. And that way you don't break them and bruise them while you're digging them up. So I like to just start on the side, a couple inches away from the plant. Go down as deep as you can and just start to lift the whole plant up. And it did rain a couple days ago, but there was a big rainstorm actually, but I decided to wait, and today has been pretty dry the last couple days. So this, shake the dirt off and show you. These are fingerling potatoes. I just got them from PCC, they're just organic fingerling potatoes. I think this is the mother tuber, this big one in the front, and then here's some that it produced. So pretty awesome for just one plant. And what you want to do is you want to lay the potatoes out to cure. So basically pick a sunny day and lay them out. Can pull the plant part off, the tops. You can pull this stuff off and compost it. I just wanted to stop and show you guys the size of some of these fingerling potatoes. They're like full-size potatoes. I have red varieties and also the yellow ones. I planted both kinds. And this isn't even, this is probably half of the fingerling, so I'm gonna keep going. All right, so this is half of my potato harvest here. Got the fingerlings, more fingerlings, Yukon Golds, and then the russet Burbanks, which again are kind of small because they didn't, I don't think they reached full maturity, but I wanted to pull them out anyways because the tops were dying back. But this is the area where the fingerlings were, and then over there, I pretty much took out all of the russet Burbanks except for a few that were still pretty green, just to see what would happen if maybe they will flower, maybe they won't, but experimenting. And then here I left like half of, or more than half of the Yukon Golds, and then the red potatoes as well. I will harvest them later. Alright guys, so now it's time to store our potatoes. We used some cardboard boxes, labeled them with fingerling and russet potatoes so that we know what they are when we store them. A couple important things to note. You want to check for any rotten potatoes, like usually the mother tuber is like that, or if there's like big gashes in it, like from when you dug them up, they're not going to store properly, or they won't store for very long. So you can set them aside for eating today or during the week, during this week. And don't wash them because they'll rot more easily if you do. Just kind of brush off the dirt. And what you're going to do is we'll take your box and some straw and just put down like a nice layer on the bottom, Basically, you just don't want the potatoes bumping into each other. So I'm going to do my fingerlings first. I'm going to check to make sure all the ones I'm putting in don't have any defects or any, gashes or anything. So far, so good. Just kind of, this one looks like it's got a few little gashes in it. So I'll put that aside. And you kind of want to save the ones that are like, I've heard egg-sized for good seed potatoes for next year. So kind of start a seed potato pile too. This is kind of like the spacing you want to do for them. Like an inch or two apart. And there's some red fingerlings. Same thing. Forgot to mention, they've been curing in the sun for about 4 to 5 hours, and I kind of flipped them midway through to kind of get the skin tougher before I store them. And it's a nice hot sunny day in Seattle, so perfect for curing potatoes. And then I'm going to put another layer of straw on top of this just to protect them. This way they can store for a couple months, maybe even into the fall and the winter. We shall see. A nice 1-inch layer of straw. And then so on and so forth.